It's not tea, but tea will be spilled. It really does amaze me how much social media has made people comfortable to comment the things that they do. Rule number 1, if you wouldn't say it to them in person, you shouldn't say it behind a screen. Number 2, malicious criticism isn't advice. It's your unwarranted and unasked for judgmental opinion. Unless you have a well-intended question, piece of advice, piece of helpful advice that's being asked for, or something positive to say, then keep scrolling. And number 3, what we see on the internet is such a small glimpse of reality, so 9 out of 10 times you aren't speaking from facts. That is an anonymous submission. That is something that I commented on a video of a mother who was getting way too many hate comments for my liking and people telling her what kind of mother she was or whatever. So just a somewhat of a reminder. I posted a video about this on Shorts. People didn't like it. Oh well, it's probably because it relates to you. We are so like saturated with social media and the internet. This is just a reminder that if you're gonna hold influencers, role models, public figures and everything to a standard, also hold yourself to a standard as the viewer and how you engage with other people on the internet. Somebody said, oh well, if you're a public figure, like that's what you get. Somebody being a public figure does not excuse you from being a shitty person. PSA. For this week's anonymous submissions, I just wanted to be in my robe. I wanted to be cozy. I'm drinking my iced coffee and we're gonna catch up. Next week though, I'm thinking of doing a full routine of brand new makeup products because I just did my glam today with mostly all new makeup products and I am obsessed. So I'm gonna put you guys on. So make sure you guys are submitting your What Would Tyler Do anonymous submissions, questions, story times, tell-alls, whatever you'd like down below in the description. And it's always linked on all of my social media profiles. Let's get started with one of your anonymous submissions. And it is a story time. This is the first story time, you guys. I'm excited. And I have not read it out. It's kind of lengthy, but story time and the first submission of last episode sparked me thinking this. And I think they're referring to episode 1. When you talked about how great someone is and then following it up, but I'm not, okay, this is episode 1. This is when I was talking about the guy that is super great, but I'll never want more from him. Just so you guys are like, just like a reference. But I'm not interested like that. A lot of the times guys take it as the woman saying, you're perfect and you're too easy for us. Oh, like the guy's perfect, but he's too easy. Like if the men challenged you or ignored you, it would turn you on and you might kind of miss them. Just like too agreeable and how some women want chaotic, bold men. Yes, that applies, but for my reference, that's not. I get with what you're saying, but I also think, at least from like my standpoint, ignoring me, it does not turn me on. You will never hear from me again. Ignore me for a day and I'll ignore you for the rest of your life. I know a man, maybe we're talking about the same one since it's a small world, who has the problem where women, including married women, think he's kind of easy because he is so nice and doesn't want to be rude. We are definitely not talking about the same guy. Continuing. It's like he's the one you go to if you're mad at your husband or want to see if you still got it. One woman who's married, who's a leader in okay, we are talking about completely different things, but the lore here is insane. Insane. I feel like the pot is stirring. One woman who's married, who's a leader at her church, who is literally obsessed with him. It feels like her husband isn't there sometimes, almost as if it's so strong an obsession that she cannot hide or control it. Oh, so she does it in front of her husband. He should handle that. Also being a leader of a church and infidelity together, insane. He has gotten better at setting boundaries, but now I don't know if it rubbed off on him. He's kind of feeling another woman at church who's married. He's not trash, so I don't think he would try anything. Plus, he doesn't feel ready to date and is against any flings or hookups. But I think her hospitality, generosity, and the way she and her husband have opened up their home to him, he's new to that church, just turned him on a bit, even though that's normal stuff because he's not used to it. This is a lot of marriage, church, somewhat infidelity. Like this is it's giving orgy. It's giving everybody, it's about it, like the Mormon Wives. I never watched that show. I like couldn't get into it. Watched it for about 15 minutes and then I turned it off. But it's sounding like what I heard from that where like everybody just started intertwining. That is kind of insane. What be going on at this church? This is a freak church. They're getting freaky at that church. That is insane for somebody to, as a married woman, to do that, but to do that in front of your husband. And for your husband, it doesn't seem that he minds. I do understand though, when nobody's ever been like nice or lovely to you your entire life, when you finally get that, you kind of get like sucked into that. I feel like that is probably something a lot of people go through, but definitely not the man that I was talking about. What would Tyler be doing if the influencer career didn't work out? I could see you being a real estate agent or in the military. So if you think that I could be that obedient, which are both two careers which you'll always have a job in. I have a friend who was lost for a few years and settled on those things, but beyond that, you give off vibes that you would be great in fields like sales, police officer, etc. Well, I was raised by a father figure who was in the military, so maybe that's why I'm like That doesn't really get me groovy. Real estate, I feel like it's a really good job to have. I don't know with everything right now with property, but if the influencer career didn't work out, I would definitely have went to law school. That was like a really big, that's something like, and I know controversial, whatever, watching Kim K go to law school at the age that she's at makes me, I've always been very curious about it, because if I wasn't doing social media, I definitely would be pursuing a career in the field of law. I love a good little debate, you know, and I think I would definitely put myself in a position to advocate for people who do not have someone advocating for them. I feel like there's a lot of people in prison and jail systems that should not be in there and could have possibly been avoided with better representation maybe. That's definitely what I would do. I can't think of anything else. I don't think I'd want to be a police officer. I definitely think law. That's like the only thing that's really coming to me. And that is where the love letter, Keep Being Awesome, came from. Love you. Whoever you may be. You guys. Remember last week I introduced Rapid Fire, gave you guys the backstory. Somebody from the podcast would submit it every single week, and I was like, oh, I didn't get a chance to do their last one because we wrapped up the podcast season early. You watch my videos. I am so excited. The Rapid Fire person has entered the chat, you guys. Rapid Fire, can I slow down? I'm on my second coffee. Rapid fire person here, I got a game called How Many People or Places Come to Mind Off the Top of Your Head. So we're gonna call the game How Many. I'll ask questions and you quickly say how many people you can immediately think of, say numbers or names, whichever you prefer based on the question. Ready, go. Okay, I'm not gonna edit it out, you guys. I really will, if a name comes to mind, I will say a name. We don't talk that much anymore, but I know I could call you in an emergency. Maybe two. I didn't fuck with you when I first met you, but now I do. Usually my first impression is pretty on point. I can think of one person though that they looped me in. Would never live here, but it's surprisingly cool to visit. Massachusetts. I love you, but you say stupid shit quite a bit. I don't know if I think anybody says stupid shit, but like goofy things, like yeah. I can think of one person off the top of my head. You say you're grown, but you don't act like it, and that's just the truth. Ooh, I feel like I must surround myself with pretty mature people at this point in my life, but asked me a couple years ago, I probably would have told you everybody I was surrounded with. If I wanted to wear the pants in a relationship, me and him would have been on a date a long time ago. Oh my God. A lot. I can tell you're very intelligent through what and how you write posts on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and so on. Okay, this is a lot of people. Miranda Sackner, I feel like, is always so very educational. My friend Maya that I met through CYS. Oh my God, so many people that I've met through CYS, which is a LRG, a live reality game. Can you survive? I feel like anybody who's ever been on like cast and production is always so on point. My brother Isaiah is always very intelligent and like well-spoken on social media. Oh, there's so many people. There have been so many people that I'm friends with that I've been so impressed with how intelligent they are. You're an A+ teacher. If I was going to stay in my hometown, I would want my kids to have you. Ooh, another one. Mr. Stellwag, Mrs. Stellwag, Mr. Valentine, Mrs. Murray, but I believe that I think it's Mrs. Varga now, or it should be. Senora Faye, Senora Galvage. I had a lot of amazing teachers growing up. And a lot of teachers got married too, but my kindergarten teacher, my first grade teacher, my third grade teacher, like Mrs. Flamingo, Mrs. Balsack, Mr. Hoey, whoever the 5th grade science teacher was, Mrs. Gentili. There's a good amount of good ones. If I would say like the 3 most influential high school teachers, Mr. Stellwag, Mr. Valentine, and Mrs. Murray, Mrs. Varga. If I was a sloppy drunk in the same room as you, chaos would definitely occur. A couple people. I think I'd punch them in the face, but we don't get like that anymore for that exact reason. We are never ever getting back together. Every single one of my exes. This is the little love letter that they left behind. My rapid fires were a bit crazy during the pod. I've toned down. I was on one back then. Happy early birthday. Thanks. My birthday's Saturday. Even though, guys, I posted on Instagram. You guys know. If you don't know, I believe in celebrating from March 1st to March 31st. Every single day is my birthday. March 7th has just happened to be my actual birthday. So on the 1st, we celebrate a little family brunch at my mom's. Posted a picture. People are messaging me. I'm so sorry I forgot your birthday. I can't believe I forgot. Happy belated. Like, pouring. I even updated my caption to say, P.S. guys, it's the 7th. Posted on my story. Guys, I didn't mean to prank you guys. Like, that was an unintentional, like, I gave April 1st April Fools before April even began. I fear I won't be getting any birthday messages on my actual birthday because I've received so many from posting that brunch, but it's okay. I still feel loved. We can consider those my multitude of love letters for this week. Oh, that was a good one. I also feel like your rapid fires weren't crazy. Like, I love them. Yeah, there were crazy ones, but turn it up. Turn it back up a notch. I like that. I feel like this was really good too. I like this segment. We're gonna call this How Many? Or should we call it Who, What, Where, When? No. Should we call it, let's think of a segment to call this where it's like a list of names, and that was good. I like that. This week's was a pretty quick, nice and chill anonymous submission, you guys. Like I said, don't forget to submit yours down below in the description. Just tap the link. You don't have to put your name. You can if you want to. It is a full anonymous submission form for you guys. I feel nice to just like relax and not be battling with my lashes or trying to not get skincare in my eyes. But let me know if you guys want to see the like all new makeup product makeup routine next week. I feel like that'll be fun to do to wrap up one full month of finally doing What Would Tyler Do. If you guys like this series, if you like the content, I've been getting some DMs and stuff from people that are like, I love this. I got a lot of texts too, which made me feel really good. And you guys don't understand, like, to take something in my, like an idea of mine and bring it to life makes me so happy. But then when it also makes you guys happy, it's just like my cup overflows. So make sure that if you did like this and if you watched all the way to the end, to hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed by now, but you're checking in every week, you might as well just subscribe. I love you guys. I'll see you next Wednesday. And I'll be a year older, which I love. I think getting older is so hot. I'm ready for my 30s. 20s, you were cute. I've lived about 10,000 lives. I'm ready to be 30, flirty, and thriving with my 6 kids. And a goddamn rock on my finger. Love you guys.